The following contest is scheduled for one fall. This match has a 15-minute time limit. Referee for this contest, Sparky Ballard.
Okay, wrestling fans, PPW is back at the Phoenix. And the Kings of Luxury are the first out for the evening.
Accompanied by
What a
J.J.
sight
King
to be gracing
and
the
the
fans here in
NWA
Phoenix
Western
for the
States
first thing they
Heavyweight
see.
Champion, Wrestling Personified, Rick Luxury from the Kingdom of Eternia. Weighing in at 90 kilos, he is a member of the Kings of Luxury. He is Kenny King.
Now, for those of you that missed our last show, Kenny King was an honorary member of the Kings of Luxury. JJ King was out with a wrist injury after essentially moonsaulting to nothing. King was out for a couple of months. Rick needed a partner, and Kenny K from Germany filled in admirably. And tonight he's going to be in singles action, but obviously he has his buddies here with him. We'll see if his opponent, D Torch, making his Phoenix return, will actually have as many cronies at ringside. Something tells me that won't be the case.
And his opponent making his way to the ring from Modesto, California, weighing in at 160 pounds, Daniel Torch.
Daniel Torch is back after about a year away from Phoenix Pro Wrestling. It's not that he's been inactive. He's been all over the Bay Area in the last year. It's, you know, not easy to get up here to Petaluma on a Friday night, but I'm happy that Torch is back. He always puts on an exciting show. Kings of Luxury certainly taking their time exiting the ring. Gotta wonder how they're going to affect the outcome of this one. As we can see, as expected, Daniel Torch just himself.
Ladies and gentlemen, by orders of Sparky Ballard, because the King of Luxury members J.J. King and Rick Luxury do not have managerial licenses, and in the interest of fairness, they have been banned on ringside.
Well, that seems fair. I'm glad that the licensing board is in-house and was checking the licenses of Kenny K's compatriots. This only makes sense as a result. I can't imagine a managing license is that much, maybe $25 or so. It's more of a technicality. It's probably a mountain of paperwork, though, and who has time for that? We got an 8:09 bell time, a wrestling show that starts within 10 minutes of its advertised start time. Surely a rarity. Kenny King working the wrist lock, working the thumb bite, and still wearing his sunglasses. The lights are bright, you must understand at home. I've not seen somebody wear their sunglasses in the ring, but again, the lights are bright. Kenny locking on this tight headlock. Nothing better to choke the breath out of your opponent to start a match. You never know how many dividends that's going to pay off further down the match. Especially moving as quickly as these guys are moving. Sunglasses off, arm drag hits by Torch, arm drag by Kenny. Both men having the same ideas, over and over, blocked arm drag, double drop kick, and both are taking a breather, with Torch possibly breathing a little bit harder. It's probably best for Kenny that the sunglasses came off now. You don't want to end up getting popped in the face with glasses. Believe me, as someone who's been popped and also wears protective eyewear, it's much worse than just getting punched glasses free. Torch mixing it up, going for a knuckle lock. Kenny breaking through that formality and just kicking straight to the stomach. Kenny with a bit of a size advantage over Torch, and it doesn't seem like a thing that ever bothers Daniel Torch. Beautiful snapmare takeover by Kenny. Drives that knee straight into the back, right under the right shoulder blade. Man, that's annoying. Ooh, he's stretching out that shoulder of Torch. You can see him pressing down with his right calf right across the left trap of Daniel Torch as he's yanking back on that left arm. The human body does not naturally bend that way, and you can see it. Ooh. Oh, and Kenny's kicking him in the back of the head with his heels, clubbing elbow right down to that lower back of Torch. Kay's really just attacking everything head to toe right now, and a solid elbow sends Torch right back into the turnbuckle. Torch gets the boot up immediately up to the second rope, and a big missed cross body off there. They call them high-risk maneuvers, and even the medium-risk maneuvers can miss and do damage. Kenny's best plan of action is going to be to keep Torch grounded, and he's doing a fine job of that, burying that knee right into the back and working the Indian deathlock here. He's almost doing a modified Texas cloverleaf, and he's kind of angling for a surfboard, and he gets it. Torch reaching for the ropes. Kenny's locking it in, pulling back that chin. Torch flips into a pin, but just a 1 count this early, and then eats a boot right to the midsection. Kenny's really controlling the pace here. You know, Torch usually tries to work faster than his opponents, confuse them, get them turned around. That's where he can gain an advantage. Kenny's just choking, stomping, working back, really just taking it out of Torch. Oh, nasty backbreaker. Clearly set up by those knees and surfboard. Kenny's got a game plan, and so far, just a few minutes in, it seems to be rather successful. And just watching Kenny push down on the neck, chin of Torch while the knee is buried right in that back. It's so painful. The throat is such a tender place, clearly the most tender place on the upper body and the least protected place on the upper body. It's an easy spot for a guy like Kenny K to target, and more of those elbows to Torch's jaw. Going for another backbreaker perhaps, and Torch is reversing, going for a guillotine choke, and he locks it in. Locks in the guillotine, pulling down. You can see him straighten that leg, pulling down, trying to make his body as dead as possible, really making Kenny hold his full 160-pound weight. Oh, my. Kenny tries to flip into some sort of power bomb. Torch is 1 step ahead of him, flips through with a Rana. Kenny could not have seen that one coming. And Torch buys himself a few precious seconds of recovery time. You can see that snap Kenny's neck over since he was busy fighting the guillotine, which already put his body moving the other way when he got hit with that Rana. Your neck is not made to go one way and then immediately snap the other way. That's the quickest way to a kink in your neck for the next 4 months. Again, Torch moving too quick, and Kenny sidestep, leaving Torch open for a couple of shoulders right into the stomach. Torch off the ropes with a big flying elbow and a nice back elbow smash right to Kenny's sternum. Kenny with a missed lariat, eats a couple of slaps, eats a high kick into the turnbuckle. And Torch misses that lariat. Kenny's not out of the woods though, as Torch with a springboard, rolls through it. Climbs up into electric chair position. Both men trying to gain their balance here. Oh! And Torch gets flipped forward with Kenny driving the knees right into the back. Kenny K is a guy who works a lot of backbreakers, and you can see with these bright lights how red Torch's back is. That redness is not just surface damage. He is feeling that all the way through his core. And even then somehow kicks out on 2. You can tell that back is hurting him. Kenny's in disbelief at the 2 count. I'm with him. If anything's going to get a 3, that crazy backcracker seemed like it would have. But Torch is resilient, as we've seen before. Kenny with a big chop and puts him right up on the top rope. The calls for a body bag, perhaps premature. Kenny's in a precarious position while Torch is in a perhaps more precarious position, but lobs a headbutt right at Kay's neck. And then hits that big elbow. We saw him hit it off the ropes, and here he hits it off the top rope. High cradle gets the unexpected pin. Big win for Daniel Torch as he rolls to the floor, still holding his back. Big win. I don't think all the fans were expecting that one, and that's kind of how Daniel Torch thrives. He thrives on opponents and fans underestimating him merely due to his size, clearly not due to his fight, and that's just how he keeps piling up wins one after the other.